learn your lesson? No, not yet! For the sake of Lenegis and my fellow brethren on Dahna, I will not! Shut your stupid mouth and
Yo, that was a sick uppercut. I love that.
No, I refuse to believe this. It cannot end this way. If I die, my subjects will...
Vanquishers of Darkness. Darkness within darkness awaits you. Yo, for the record, I did it first try, by the skin of my teeth. But that boss fight was whack. Like, that was a bit much. What difficulty? I'm playing on moderate. Which I think is like the second highest difficulty, at least that you have from the start of the game. Maybe there's a super death difficulty after you beat the game or something. But
it's over. That Zephyr's still gone.
Focus on the positive. We defeated a lord. And under difficult circumstances, too.
Focus on the positive? Zephyr's dead, Shion.
And the Renans ruled this world unimpeded for 3 centuries. Did you think there wouldn't be any sacrifices?
So Zephyr's life just doesn't matter? He's dead, Shion. Our friend is dead. We're fighting this damn war to keep people alive!
Yeah, you're right. This is a war. Did you just realize that? Zephyr wasn't the first to die, and he sure won't be the last. If you can't handle that, Alphen, then you should run back to Calaglia. And when you do, just remember to leave the blazing sword here, in safer hands.
What's that supposed to mean? Damn it. She just thinks she can say whatever she likes. Bickering among ourselves at a time like this isn't gonna get us anywhere. Especially at a time like this. All right. Fine.
yo, for the record, Alphen is in the right here. I understand they're trying to hit harder on the, like, this is a war, people die, and that, like, they're trying to frame Shion is in the right, but Alphen is in the right here, in my eyes.
So much for Ganabelt. Good riddance.
You said it.
So, was the Lord of Calaglia like Ganabelt too?
No. Balsef was huge, a real tough guy act. Now that I think of it, his crest was different too. His was a flaming cross.
Ah, I see. Anyway, what do you guys plan on doing from here?
We keep moving. 3 Renan Lords remain, and we won't rest until their thrones are empty as well. That work for you, Shion?
That was my endgame from the beginning.
Hey, so, if it's not too much trouble, could I maybe come along?
Isn't Cyslodia your home?
I mean, yes, but it's just, now that everyone knows what I've been hiding, well, it might be best to get as far away as I can until it all quiets down. Is that okay? I promise I'll pull my own weight.
Sure. You're welcome to join us.
Taking off, huh?
Yeah. Thanks for everything.
It's too bad. I wish there was more we could do to pay you back for all you've done. I'll see to it personally that Zephyr's remains reach Calaglia safely.
What's next for Cyslodia?
I honestly couldn't tell you. The enemy infiltrated its way right to our core as a people. Only time will tell if we can rise above our suspicions and come together.
Zephyr once told me that so long as you don't give up, there's no wall that can't be torn down.
Sounds about right. And thanks to you, the greatest obstacle that was in our way is now gone. I suppose the rest of it will be up to us.
I look forward to seeing how far you'll go.
Oh, I almost forgot. Before you head off, there's something I wanted to give you.
Wow, look at you! You scrub up real nice.
It was a parting gift.
It's like speaking to one of the old Dahnan heroes from Legend.
Where to next, then?
Elda Menancia. You're really going to travel in that thing?
Why not? It's not as heavy as it looks. Actually, there's someone I was hoping we could invite along with us.
You can't be serious.
Got someplace to be?
Not really. I mean, I can't stay here, of course. Then again, there's no one waiting for me back in Calaglia either. Plenty of ditches along the road. Maybe I'll find one to die in.
How about a fresh start?
After the kinds of things I've done, I don't know where I'd even begin.
Your father said that as long as you face the past, there's hope.
I think it might be a little late for that.
He also said he'd fought and lost all his life, but didn't regret it in the slightest. It's only over when you give up. Keep fighting, and even that wall inside you can be brought down. Don't you want to see what your dad saw on the other side of that wall? What he was fighting for?
Do you think I'm even worthy to?
That's for you to decide.
I'm sick of losing everything I love. Of running from life. Maybe all that's left is to just turn around and face it. Count me in.
Finally. I thought you'd never finish. We've still got a ways to go.
Here we go, Hoodle.
You befriended Law. Master Core of Light! The Master Core of Light, Floodlight Slave Labor, has saturated it with light astral energy. Can we have a light sword now? Can I get a lightsaber?
this armor was a gift from Bregan? What if it really did belong to a Dahnan hero once upon a time? He challenged an overwhelmingly powerful Renan foe and perished for it. I wonder how he felt having the hopes of the people riding on him.
All right, couple of things I want to talk about before we do this skit and continue on. First of all, I have a feeling I'm going to be in the minority on this, but I'm here to tell you, I don't like Law's new outfit. It looks kind of dumb. I really just don't like the shirt part. How it's like it's showing his ribcage and all. It looks really bad. Like, very bad. Can I change it to literally anything else? Honestly, I like him better in the bureau uniform. Like, I do not like this top. I like the wolf shoulder pad. That's really cool. The pants are fine, but I don't like this shirt. It just looks stupid. It just looks dumb. I wish it was like, I wish it just covered his ribcage. Kind of. I don't like the amount of skin he's showing here, like, or the way he's showing this amount of skin. I do not like. I honestly would rather have him stay in the bureau uniform because it just looks way less stupid. It does not look near as dumb. Yo, we have this sick Sin Cleaver sword. This armor is pretty sick. I'm gonna use the Reconciler armor that I unlocked, I think, from pre-ordering the game. I think because of that, I'm gonna switch you to Noble Ash. Well, the black and white is nice, but I feel like the white and red just fits you better. I do really like this color scheme for the armor, though. Man, I don't want to leave Law in the uniform of the bureau people or whatever, but I really just do not like this outfit. It just looks really dumb. Am I crazy? Does anyone else think this outfit looks stupid, or is it just me? Because I do think it looks dumb. Also, I saw a message. I think you deleted it, Lone Wolf, but I saw it before you deleted it. Someone said I can fight the doggo in the castle. Absolutely, I'm gonna go fight the doggo in the castle if that's a thing I can do. No DLC clothes? I didn't buy any DLC. I only have the pre-order DLC, and it only gave me outfits for Alphen and, Shion. Let's try Noble Ash for a little bit, and then I might switch it back to the Noble Scarlet instead. Alright, people aren't agreeing with me, so I guess it's a preference thing, or, that I'm in the minority here. But, I'll put him in this outfit because it seems that Chad is cool with it, but I'm telling you, man, as soon as I get another outfit for him that isn't the bureau uniform, if I can even get one, that changes his shirt, I'm doing it, because he just looks stupid to me. It just looks dumb. I do really love, like, the wolf shoulder pad, though. That's really awesome. It's really just the shirt looks idiotic. But yeah, we're gonna go with the Reconciler armor. We'll go with Noble Ash for a little bit, at least, and I might change it back depending. Couple things I want to talk about. That boss fight was whack. Like, that was an insane difficulty bump. I also missed a lot of chat during it. I wasn't looking at chat at all during that fight because I had to focus. I did see after I won the fight, someone said I'd rather a boss be too much instead of a boss be forgettable. I have some news for you. I would rather the boss be well balanced. Like, I would rather the boss not be too crazy or just a pushover. But I don't think there's a preference really on either way for those. Honestly, I'd rather probably the boss be a little too easy instead of it be too difficult and therefore be annoying. Because, like, if I had lost to that boss and had to fight it like 2 or 3 more times, I would have gotten really annoyed and I probably would have hated it. Like, the only thing that made me not hate that boss was the fact that I won first try, and it was narrowly. If I had lost it, then I would have, if I had lost that fight and had to restart it all, I would have been really mad. Like, I would have gotten really annoyed really fast. But, I think, honestly, like, the main thing that was wrong with that fight was indignation. Like, being as strong as it was. There were 2 things. Either he shouldn't have had the clones. Instead of clones, when he casts indignation, I think it should have been like they spawn some orbs that you like have a chance to destroy, and if you destroy them, it doesn't have to make it where he doesn't use Indignation, but make it where Indignation does, like, a lot less damage. Like, it does half as much damage so that you can reasonably live it. Because the only reason that Xion lived that attack was because I had the thing on, I think Indignation was light attributed, obviously. And she had on the item that made light attacks do half damage. If that wasn't on her, I would have, like, lost on the first Indignation, which would have been infuriating. But, I think that fight, it definitely should have been, like, either after he uses Indignation, the clones vanish, you don't have to deal with them anymore, or just make it where the clone part isn't even a part of the fight, period, because he was hard enough without the clones, or you make it where instead of clones, it spawn, no matter what, I think the clones are overkill, or, like, maybe make the clones die faster, give the clones, like, half as much health, or make it where, like, when he's using Indignation, make it possible to beat the clones, or make the clones, like, orbs that you can break. And if you break them, it doesn't stop Indignation, but it, like, makes it do half damage, or something like that. Because, like, it was a lot. And I definitely won that. 2 reasons I won that. I won it by the skin of my teeth, which is a little bit of luck, I won't lie. And I won because I happened to have the Alexandrite equipped to Xion. If I hadn't had that equipped to her, and also I had just enough items. If I had 1 less life bottle or 1 less orange gel, I probably lost that fight. And I had, like, a lot. I had, like, 8 life bottles and, like, I think I had, like, 7 or 6 orange gels. I used my pineapple gel in that fight, the only one I had, didn't I? And I used, like, a lot of apple gels and a peach gel or 2. Like, it took a ton of items to be able to just barely win that fight. That one was... That was a bit much. Yeah, I also had the 2 treats, and I used both of them. I had to use everything in my arsenal that I just so happened to have and had saved throughout everything else in the game to be able to win that. That fight needs to be toned down just a smidge. Just a little bit. I'm not saying that it was an awful fight or that it needs to be, like, wildly different, but it was definitely a little too much, especially compared to everything else I had fought leading up to it. That was quite a sudden difficulty bump. It also appears that we got, like, basically no SP from it, which sucks, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, anyways, I wanted to talk about that fight a little bit, and then there was something else I wanted to bring up. Oh, I was gonna say, I'm still, like, I still would have preferred if Zephyr didn't die. I'm not gonna go back on what I said. Like, I definitely would have preferred if Zephyr was alive. If they, like, crippled Zephyr or something, or, like, made it where, like, he was, like, permanently damaged, like, make him lose a limb or something, I don't know, like, lose his dominant arm, or basically make it where he can't help anymore, I would have been okay with that. I don't like that Zephyr died, but they did in that following sequence with all of the stuff with Law, and I think it's mostly because I really love Law. Like, Law has very quickly become one of my favorite characters in this game so far. I love Law, and I hope he does a lot more. I look forward to seeing more of Law. But I'm a little more okay with Zephyr having died now, with those last moments with Law there and all that. They really brought me around to it a little bit, but I do want to say, even though I'm more okay with Zephyr dying, I still would have much preferred if Zephyr lived, and instead he was just, like, mortally wounded, crippled, or in some way. If you want to take Law out of the story where it's like, hey, you can't rely on Law anymore, you have to push on without him, that's fine, do that. But having to lose Law there, it felt, I don't know, I feel like there was a lot, or you know what they could have done instead to make me more okay with Law, or not Law, I might have started saying Law instead of Zephyr by mistake, but you know who I'm talking about. I would have been more okay with Zephyr dying if they had given us more stuff with Zephyr before, yeah, I said lose Law, didn't I? I misspoke, but I meant Zephyr, you know what I mean. But, I would have been more okay with Zephyr dying if maybe we had gotten some more, like, backstory and more time with Zephyr before he died. Like, if we had known more about, like, learned a little bit more about his wife and about his struggles going to where he was getting executed, like what he did in life, if there had been more time with him back in Caligula, and I really do think, as of right now, I would have liked it if the game spent a little bit more time in Caligula, because I feel like we got through Caligula really fast. Like, we went from being a slave that doesn't feel pain to beating the Lord of Caligula in, like, 5 hours of gameplay. It was really quick. I would have liked if we had had more time to, like, build a relationship with Zephyr and learn more about him, so I would have felt more impacted and less disappointed with him dying when he did. But, you know, that's, you know, just giving my thoughts on the game. That's the purpose of a playthrough. But, I would have liked it better if they had done a couple of things different. That being said, I'm still loving the game. Don't think that I'm not. I'm absolutely loving the game. And all that stuff with Law after Zephyr died and all those moments with Law, which I think could have still happened if Zephyr had been lived but been, like, crippled or something or whatever. I really loved that. That was fantastic. I really look forward to seeing more Law. I like Law a lot. As of right now, he's probably front runner for my favorite character. I really like him. But yeah, I'm done talking about everything. We just had a lot happen. I just wanted to get it all off my chest. You know, that's the point. Yeah, I like that idea in chat. Have it where the knife that poisoned, like he stabbed Zephyr with a poisoned knife. If it had been like the poison like crippled him or something, or like ruined his legs or something like that, where he was basically like, hey, I can't do anything anymore, I would have liked that a lot more instead of him dying. I'm really not a fan in media. Like, I'm not a fan of it in anime or video games. I'm not a huge fan of character death unless it's done really well and I feel like I'm fully satisfied with the amount of time I spent with the character. I wish I had had more time to spend with Zephyr in the game before he died, and I probably would have been more okay with it. And my go-to examples are always from Naruto. Spoilers for Naruto, which is super old. You know, if you haven't watched or read Naruto by now, I recommend you do it. But like Jiraiya and Itachi dying in Naruto, you got tons of time with Jiraiya and Itachi, and basically everything you could ever hope to get from them, basically, and then their deaths were done incredibly well. So, like, those I'm okay with. A more not anime example, Iron Man from the MCU, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He had, like, 6 or 7 movies he was a part of. They did great with Iron Man's character, and he had a beautiful ending in Endgame where he sacrificed himself for everyone. That's a death in media that I'm totally okay with. So, like, something more like that. I feel like with Zephyr, and with a lot of characters who die, in video games especially, but also in anime sometimes as well, they take the characters away that I'm interested in too soon to try and build up other characters, and I'm like, you didn't give me enough with that character you killed. I wanted more with the character you killed. Also, even if it affects the character that you're trying to boost more, like this boosts Law a lot because it's his dad, it's important to him, I don't feel that connection with Law as much of getting that boost because Zephyr is not really attached to me as much as he could have been. So, you know, that's just my feelings on the whole thing at large and whatnot. But, yeah, let's watch this skit.